When the Sakura bloom. Finally, 2.5 is coming. And is it just me, or did 2.4 feel way longer than it actually is? Anyway, I'm here again to talk simply about the 2.5 stuff that we have in the lore, and it is looking pretty good to me. But once again, we don't get an Archon quest. The Archon quest in 2.4 doesn't count because it's technically a quest that takes place after the Liyue Archon quest before we go to Inazuma, so it's like an insert. We're already at 2.5, but we don't have any new Archon quests. We do, however, get 3 new storylines for this patch. The first one in the trailer being Enkanomiya Part 2, with our favorite Abyss Herald, Enjo. I swear to God, please do not kill Enjo. He is such a great character. Can he just replace Dainsley for something? Anyway, as Kokomi mentions in the trailer,
all of Enkanomiya is engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled. There have also been reports of monsters, the likes of which no one has ever seen before.
Enkanomiya is going to be engulfed in a darkness that cannot be dispelled, no doubt caused by Enjo. Now this darkness could mean many things since the Abyss is involved. Remember that Enkanomiya is technically in the Abyss, which means this could be a miasma of sorts or the Abyss itself. You know, that land of endless darkness thing. Alongside this darkness though, it summons Abyss Husks, which look like armored soldiers but move like reanimated armor. Interestingly, it's mentioned that these monsters have never been seen before, meaning in terms of the Abyss Order, these guys are relatively new, since there are records from the Cataclysm, yet none have witnessed these kinds of monsters, or at least none that the Sangonomiya has learned of. But it could even be that these husks aren't even part of the Abyss Order and could be simply reanimated by the Abyss itself. We'll eventually find out though once we get them in the archives. I personally think they're creations of gold still, like most of what the Abyss is, but we'll find out. Next, we find that branches can be seen forming from the Dainichi Mikoshi, and these branches look like the branches from an Irminsul tree, which can mean a lot of things, like being a focal point for the ley line, or the Dainichi Mikoshi absorbing Abyss power, or maybe something else entirely. But next we see 3 lights converging towards the tower, and these 3 lights are likely from the 3 realms gateway, which supposedly represents the light realm, the Abyss realm, and the human realm. But the 3 realms here in Enkanomiya are like defense mechanisms placed in the 3 borders of the land. After their convergence, an explosion of light occurs, but I have no idea what this light means. It creates sort of a rift in the skies above that kind of looks like it either created some sort of portal or damaged the sky itself, maybe breaking the false sky for but a moment. This one is a bit of a mystery to me though, but I'm not sure. In any case, I believe that this part is the end of the Enkanomiya Part 2, and the next part we see might or might not be part of Yae Miko's story quest, where it seems like she is going to be performing a ritual of sorts to mend the broken sky. What I found super interesting here though is that the people of Inazuma are praying to Hakushin.
Oh Hakushin, cause of this enchantment,
your unrivaled power will be honored eternally.
Hakushin, supposedly, is the leader of the Kitsune, and it seems like their prayers are turned into power through worship. Using this power, it seems like Yae Miko will be the one to mend the heavens, but not before something gains power or steals the power, and we're probably tasked to stop it with Yae Miko. Then again, it might also be a continuation of the Enkanomiya quest, and it just so happens that it coincides in the trailer. But I firmly believe that this part is part of Yae Miko's storyline instead of Enkanomiya. But I've been wrong a lot of times in the case of these trailers, so don't take my word for it. This quest with Yae Miko though comes after the quest with the Raiden Shogun, which is kinda cool actually, but I wouldn't expect too much out of it. Frankly, I don't think Scaramouche will show up here at all. I think the crux of this story is simply that the puppet shogun was created for a purpose, and that purpose, which is upholding eternity, is now threatened by A's indecision or her decision to basically change everything. So the puppet turns against her creator in order to uphold eternity. And yes, the big Raiden Shogun is the puppet. Notice the joints, it looks very puppet-like. And in the final scene, we see A and the Shogun, A of course being the one with the Naginata because that is her main weapon. Interestingly, this feels like A is facing Makoto in a way because Makoto used to be a katana wielder and the Musou Ishin is her katana, while A is a Naginata master with the engulfing lightning. I mean, we can of course assume that A is going to win this fight, she can't just die. But I also don't think the puppet will die. Frankly, I'm not sure what will happen after this. After that though, it's pretty much the end with no Scaramouche in sight. Like I said earlier, I don't think Scaramouche will show up here at all. But we'll likely learn more about him through A's interaction with the puppet shogun. I mean, they're basically the same creation after all. They probably have bigger plans for Scaramouche, which maybe we'll see in, I don't know, 2 years or so? I'm just kidding, maybe next patch? Copium? Anyway, very excited to know what happens next during this quest, especially the one with the Raiden Shogun. Also, I just want to point out that these aren't well thought out predictions at all. These are like my initial thoughts after watching the trailer. As with my previous lore talks on each preview. It's just that I got comments thinking that these are like extensive predictions on what's gonna happen. Nah. These are just like my first thoughts after watching the live stream. Honestly, I'm terrible at prediction, so I don't think about it too much. And instead, I just wanted to talk about the preview just because it's awesome. I just want to talk about it. So please don't take this as my predictions for what will happen, because I'm not smart enough for that. Anyway, let me know what you guys think will happen though, and how excited you are for 2.5. Despite not getting an Archon quest, we are definitely gonna get a lot of lore in the next patch. And I for one am looking forward to it. But yeah, that's all from me. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next video.